it feels like a really good time to reflect on circumstances that may seem out of our control and how we're willing to show up and be within those moments, be within the things that feel so tender and so delicate at this time. Allowing ourselves to rest and return to, it feels like a place that feels stable when we are actually in a time where we feel super off balance, right? So exploring what that may look like, exploring within that the need to rest and not be so frantic with energy and time, and there's so much happening and so much to sort out and figure out. Just kind of slowing down, right? This is a message to receive and to slow down in the confines of our current situation and to rest. And it feels like some people are saying, well, that's just ridiculous, like there's things to do, things to get done, to resolve, things that we can go out and do. And sure, yeah, on a level, go and do that. Go and be in the world. But also, don't get so caught up in wanting to go or thinking that you need to go that there's not this ability, this awareness to slow down just enough to say, okay, I'm going to take some time to go within. I'm going to take some time to go within and be with self, be with this right here, right? Be with what arises. And learn to be still, learning to be in a sense of quiet, a place of stillness, a place of reflection. And even in that, there doesn't need to be this doing of, writing it out and really heavily processing it and really trying to take all the possible juicy pieces, that you can from this experience, but just allowing yourself to sit, allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to feel, what's right here, allowing yourself to be in that moment, allow yourself to smell what's in the air around you. Still, a sense of stillness. And then returning to the flow, returning to a state of being that resembles some sense of normal after a period of time of recognizing the value of what's in self, what's inside of here that has been wanting to be expressed. What's inside that has been wanting to be expressed. Uncovering that, almost like digging in the earth, because you've hidden a secret treasure there years ago, a time capsule, pieces of yourself that want to be rediscovered and to be given value for what they're really worth, right? And not just saying like, oh, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to put that on my list and I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to that, later today. And then later today turns into tomorrow, right? So building a connection with that, finding a flow with that, finding a flow with what wants to be discovered. Because it's right inside. We're so fixated on looking and searching and pulling things from the outer that we forget to recognize and be still so that we may see, so that we're able to see what actually lies already within us. And using that as fuel to propel us forward in the direction that we want to go. Simple. Slowing down because it's right here already. It's not, in a magazine. It's not going to take so much time. It's not after we do this thing or sign up for that class, but it's already right within us that we can hold on to and make sense of when we stop and realize the value of what we intrinsically already know, like what already exists and is a piece of us right here. What's already a piece of us right here. placing a value, and there's some that may feel uncertain about what this value is because the value has never been defined before. The value has never been placed on energies or thought processes such as this before. But finding the value in reflecting in this way and recognizing that it's worth it to give time to it. It's worth it to slow down. It's worth it to feel, and to a degree, for some, to unravel, right? To unravel and really discover what's within. And then for some, right, like finding this ability to like shake it off and let it go, because there are pieces to reflect on, and then the rare pieces that are no longer needed, and it's okay for them to slip out of sight. It's okay to let them go so that we can refresh and return with the ability to make ourselves whole in a new way. Whoa, right? Letting go of little pieces, little nuggets that haven't taken form, that haven't taken any kind of shape or symbolism in our life, and allowing space for something new to come in. And returning to a sense of ourselves that feels steady, feels like a rock. It feels solid. It feels like it's something that we can grab hold of, that we can grab onto. But doing the work to uncover, right? Doing the work to uncover what that might be. And that comes from the ability to be in the stillness, the ability to reflect and just listen, to just hear what sounds are around, what abilities already exist within us, what are we already capable of that we're waiting for the right moment or the right workshop, the right tool, the right teacher, all these things, the right thing to get us there, when actually if we can find those places, those moments where we can slow down and listen, but also slow down and play a little bit, then that creativity of the soul is naturally going to spark and open and want to come alive. And then it's up to us to allow room and space for that to be received, to uncover what is ready to blossom and unfold, to be shared with the world, with our current communities, right? Because things change and evolve over time. But allowing ourselves that space, that freedom to evolve, right? Allowing ourselves to be still, allowing ourselves to play, allowing ourselves to know that what we're seeking already exists within us. And again, so some of you are thinking, oh, but I don't know if that's me. I don't know if that's possible. Yeah, return to a sense of what makes you feel steady. Come back to that place. And it could be a time in your life that you've already experienced. I'm going to go back to this and remind myself and see that I can do this, I can work through this. It could be, an experience. It could be a person that you can sit and reflect with on a time when things felt less rocky, right? So coming back to a place where you can remind yourself that it already exists within you in order to find that sense of being steady, and allowing yourself to evolve from there. Taking the time, allowing yourself to have the courage to step in from there, and feeling the relief that arises because of that patience that you allow yourself to have with yourself and with the rapid fire of the world that's happening around us that wants us to move so quickly. So slowing down and allowing ourselves to rest just for a time, for a period.